y'all, this is Brandy from Southern Crafts DIY, and I want to say hey to all my returning viewers and welcome to any new viewers. And if you follow me on social media, which the links are down below, you'll have seen a list of everything you need for this video. And I am just so excited to do this today, and I think they're going to come out looking so great, and I hope y'all enjoy it. So let's get to it. Y'all, so I know I did a list on social media, but for the ones who are not following me, this is what you're going to need to do this project. You're going to need, if you can find it in a store, I mean, I'm hoping y'all still can, you're going to need this wooden anchor cutout, this mermaid hanger, two different fabrics. I really like these two, but if you can't find them, you can always use something different. It does not have to necessarily be this. A piece of wood, not too big, not too thick. I'm using blue glitter, dark blue glitter, because it's going to go with the piece I'm putting on the stuff. A little glass jar. This actually has seashells on it from Dollar Tree, and I'm using it for this project. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'm so sorry I forgot to mention this on the social media, but food dye and glue, we're going to do the same thing we did on the glass jars that y'all saw me do in another video on this, but I'm going to try to make it a little darker. And then you're going to need Mod Podge, a drill. This is the drill I used on one of my other projects, the hanging decor piece, and I really liked it, so I thought I'd use it on this one instead of my power drill. And then you're going to need two small screws, and I got it out of this pack, which we actually got it dirt cheap. We got a bunch of them from dirt cheap, so I'm going to take two small screws out of this for it. Alright, so let's get to this. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the mermaid hanger. And I really like this fabric that I found. I think is so cute. And so this is what I'm going to do with it. And if you can't find any of these exact pieces, you can still probably find a wooden hanger and something else besides the anchor along with fabric that would match it and still do this project. It doesn't have to necessarily be these things. So the first thing I'm going to do, if I can get the fabric unfolded. Oh, this is so weird. There it goes. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to cut it out as best as I can without using too much fabric to get the mermaid in there. Let me get it in screen now that I did that. Alright, so I'm gonna just use a pencil to mark on the fabric to make it easier, but I want to make sure there's enough room on here when I do this. Alright, so there is my chase part so I can cut out the fabric. And you got to be able to do this because you're not going to, unless you're really good, you're not going to be able to get a mermaid shape and have enough fabric. So it's just easier to make it bigger and just in a square. Well, at least I found it that way. Alright, so let me get the fabric out of the way. So now, the only other problem is going to be this right here, so I'm going to have to figure out where to cut the hole. And hope I don't screw up. Hope I need it a little bit bigger. I was right about the bigger. No, sorry about this. I just got to make sure I get this hole right. Because it's not like I can take that off of the actual thing. Alright, so that's how it's going to be. So now all I have to do, and I'm going to put my scissors on it so I don't do anything, is actually paint this with Mod Podge so that I can put the fabric on it. Ooh. And I want to do it like this because I just like, I don't know, I just think it's going to come out looking so cute, y'all. So y'all have to be my voice and well, y'all just have to let me know, I guess, in comments what y'all think once y'all see it. Give a little bit more around this. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and put this back on there. Do this real quick. And then you're going to smooth out the fabric. Give me a second. And then you're going to paint over it with Mod Podge so that when it dries, it's going to be on there good, nice and good. And oops, the piece came off. You gotta be careful if you're patching it anywhere that you don't accidentally take the piece off. You want to get a nice, good coverage of it to make sure it's nice and covered. I know I said that twice, but I couldn't think of the word. And then that way when it dries, it'll be nice and hard so that you'll be able to cut it with no problems. Alright, so I'm going to let this dry. And then when it's dry, all I got to do is cut the fabric off and you'll be able to see the mermaid. Alright, while that dries, we're going to move on to the next one, which is this fabric, which I think is so pretty and I absolutely fell in love with when I saw it. And again, like I said, if you cannot find this fabric or the anchor, then you just pick out two things you like that would work, a cutout like I had, and a fabric that'll go with it, and it'll still come out looking gorgeous. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the mermaid, because it just makes sense to me, but then what do I know? And this is bigger, so I'm gonna take up more of the fabric, of course. So now I'm just guesstimating on how, you know, how to do this, so it may not be perfect, but then apparently nothing I ever do is perfect, so, and it still comes out looking good, in my opinion. So I'm just trying to cut it to the best of my ability so that it will fit the anchor. So here's hoping. So let me know what y'all think of my projects, because I would really like to hear from y'all. Nowhere's near the bottom. Doom, da doom, doom. But yeah, I would really love to hear from y'all, to know what y'all think of what I'm doing. Because I really hope y'all like these projects. Alright, so now the next thing I gotta do is I gotta take the string off, because I'm not gonna need it. And I try to save everything I don't use for other projects I might come across and need it. So I try not to cut it to lose any of the length, unless I get frustrated because it won't come unknotted, which I've had happen before. But I think this might actually come undone. So yay. Now, y'all remember that too when y'all are crafting. If y'all come across something y'all are making and y'all don't use every piece of it, save it for another project. You never know what it might come in handy for. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and paint the Mod Podge onto my anchor. Hold on, y'all. Get y'all a better view. Whoops. Supposed to be my anchor, not my paintbrush that gets the Mod Podge on it. I make messes all the time. One of my videos I did, the miniature bench, I ended up dumping all of the glue, almost all the glue in the bottle, which was a brand new bottle, onto my material. I just used the glue I dumped on there, cleaned it up, and went about my project. So, as you know, even I can make mistakes. Everybody can make mistakes, so it doesn't really matter. If you make a mistake, don't feel bad. Really didn't want to open any new glue. I mean, Mod Podge, but I will if I have to. Alright, so make sure I got it everywhere, because can't have it missing a spot, otherwise the fabric won't stick to it. You got to make sure the surface is completely 100% covered. I've had that problem before when I first used Mod Podge. I had to go back underneath and stick Mod Podge in there so it would hold down. I still have the product too because I absolutely love it. But even I make mistakes. Did I do this the wrong way? Please tell me I didn't do this wrong. Oh, I think I did it the wrong way, y'all. Oh well. Too late to go back now. Mermaids are swimming down. Hopefully y'all don't screw up like I did, because the mermaids are supposed to go across, but now they're swimming down, which is fine. Mermaids can swim down. And then again, just smooth out your pieces. Your fabric onto your piece, I should say. And then you're going to, of course, cover it with Mod Podge, like I said on the last one. I think I'm finally out of Mod Podge on this bottle. Looks like I'm going to have to use my other bottle. And you want to make sure again that it is completely covered so that it can dry good and all of it that's on the actual anchor is the same texture. Because I don't think you'd want a different texture. And like I said on the mermaid, it makes it a lot easier to cut it also. Why is this? Wow, they put two things on it. This was doubly closed. Having technical difficulties here, y'all. Alright. So, I got the plastic off. So now to put my Mod Podge on here. Oops, I didn't mean to put that much there, but it's fine. It'll still work. Past it. I try not to go past it so I know where to cut, even though it'll show on the other side. Because I flip it over, but I just try to make it the same as the actual piece. But sometimes I end up screwing up. Okay, there it is. Just like I said, you just gotta make sure you get it completely 100% covered. So if you do go past it, it's fine, because at least you know you got your piece covered. So it's not a huge deal if you go off of it. I don't know what I did. That's not the circle, here's the circle. I forgot this part. Alright, mine looks a mess because I don't know what I was doing. But it's covered now, so that's all that matters. Even if I could get this hole. I just want to make sure I cover it everywhere. You know, it looks a mess, but it'll work out. Alright, now again, you have to let it dry, and once it's dry, you can cut it. So now we gotta let both pieces dry. So whether you watched my video where we did the painted the vases or you didn't, I'm doing a reminder or telling you, it is 2 drops of blue and 1 drop of green food coloring and some paint to make the color. Or if you don't like that color, you can do it however you want. But that's the color I picked. So now we're gonna paint this glass. I kept mine when I did that video because I thought I might use it again. And why get rid of it? So all I'm doing is going around the vase, the little glass jar, not vase, and I'm painting it. And after you get it completely painted, you're gonna have to let it dry and see if you need more than 1 coat. For it to come out the color you want it to come out. I only used 1 coat on the vases and it was a very, very light color it came out. So that's why I decided I'm going to try it with more than 1 coat this time. I love my vases. I think they came out gorgeous. But I don't want everything to look the same, you know? So now I'm going to let that dry and then I'll do the rim after it's dry. Alright, now that it's dry, I'm going to go ahead and paint another coat just to darken it up a little bit because it's too light for my taste for this project. I'm going to see what 2 coats look like. Now hopefully when it dries I can move on to the rim because I think that's going to be enough. Alright y'all, now that the bottle is dry and so are the pieces with the Mod Podge on it, we're going to cut out these pieces. Give me a second. Try my new X-Acto knife I got. See how it works. If I don't like it, I'll go back to my cutter. So you're just gonna trace around the piece. Working. So you're just going to trace around the piece until you've completely cut the fabric off of it. And I'm going to cut it in chunks because I just want to make it easier. At least I think that'll be easier. It's a little time consuming, but it'll be worth it when it's done. At least I think it will be. I really enjoy doing this stuff. I think the stuff comes out looking so good and creative. Just take your time and don't rush it. And make sure you have a sharp knife. I'll go back and clean up these edges. I got a little too far up. I just love when a project comes together. It's amazing what you can do with something when you try. And I would love to see what y'all come up with if y'all decide to do this. Because I'm just really interested in what my viewers do. So I'd really like to see if y'all's work, if y'all want to share it with me. Oops. The little curves are the hardest pieces to get in. Now I just got the middle part to do, and the mermaid will be done. This is a project that really doesn't take any time. The most that time it takes is the drying and then the cutting. So alright, so there is the mermaid, and I think she came out looking really, really cute. And I absolutely love how it looks. Let me know what y'all think. Okay, let me clean up my mess, and I'll move on to the anchor. That might be a little bit easier to do because it doesn't have all those little spots. I really like to see what people come up with, so if y'all could show me any of y'all's crafts, I would enjoy it, really. But if you have an X-Acto knife, scissors would work okay for this, but they're a little more bulky. But a X-Acto knife, a crafter's knife, and I got these other things from Temu. They're like little pins, but they're actually a knife. Those would more than likely work too. Like I said, you just got to make sure your thing is sharp. So you have no problem cutting through the fabric. And just have fun when you're doing this. It doesn't have to be perfect. There are a lot of mistakes. There are a lot of things that come out looking really good that people made mistakes doing. So don't be too hard on yourself if you made mistakes. Even I make mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes on my crafts. I just continue on and go for my mistakes. I mean, if you remember correctly, the mermaids was supposed to be going the other way, straight across, not up and down, and I messed it up, but that's fine. This will still work. I cut the fabric wrong, and I don't care, actually. I think it'll work out perfectly fine and be acceptable. So you just gotta roll with the punches, I guess you'd say. Did not want to come undone. And if you have any problems, just flip it over like I'm doing and cut the little pieces that don't want to come off. I don't want to get too much fabric in my way, so I can't tell what I'm doing. It's almost done, y'all. I can't wait to see what it comes out looking like. Second. There we go. I just didn't want to cut. Well, I wanted to cut, I should say. Get it out of the way. And there is the anchor, and I think it came out looking really, really good. I love it. So now we're going to move on to the next step. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to take and put this on here, and we're going to have to drill the hole. So let me find the right drill bit. Should work fine. Let's see. And I absolutely love this little handheld drill. I got it at we got it off of Timo. I don't remember which way to screw. Alright, so this is such a cute little piece. I used it on my last project and it's so easy to use. and it comes with a bunch of different drill bit sizes. And like I said, I got it off Tmall and I absolutely love it. So let me figure out how I want to do this. And I'm just going to drill a hole through this stuff. So it goes all the way through. And I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to tear up the piece. Give me a second, I gotta pull that down. It's driving me crazy. I don't think I'm going the wrong way with it. What the problem is? Alright, so now that I got the first one drilled through, I'm going to come over here and drill another hole. For some thin wood, it takes a minute to drill through. Are y'all seeing this? Probably not. I'm probably in the way. I can't believe how long it's taken to drill through for some thin wood. Okay, there it goes. So my 2 holes on the board is drilled through. Now I gotta make sure I put the holes in the right spot on this. So I'm gonna mark it. With a pencil and drill through and hope I get them in the right spot. Oops. Sheesh. Hold on now. Alright. I'm trying to do this carefully because I don't have anywhere to put the wood to hold it down. So, as you can see, it's not that easy. Alright. So I don't want to go too deep because this is where the screw ends up. So I just want to make sure I get the hole somewhat this way so I have something to hold on to. And I'm sorry I'm not really showing y'all because it's covered, but all I'm doing is making a hole. Okay, let's see how this works now. Alright, y'all, let's see how it worked. I'm just going to start by screwing the screw in a little bit. In both spots so that I can just line up the shelf part, the wood part on there, on the other side, and screw it in. And then we'll see how it works. Sorry y'all, I'm having technical difficulties here. You said you just screw it in. Give me a second now. Give me a second, y'all. Alright, so you just screw it in. Till it's flush. It's completely screwed in. And there you go. You have your little shelf. Alright, so now on to the next step. What we're going to do is we're going to take some glue and we're going to put it on the bottom of this jar and add the glitter. So that's the next step. So to do that, all you have to do is take the glue, use a paintbrush, and it doesn't really matter because you can always clean the paintbrush off. And then you're going to take and you're going to put glue around the bottom as far up as you want. And then you're going to sprinkle the glitter on there. Give me a second. I don't need the glitter flying off. close. Then you're just going to keep painting it around it until you completely do the whole bottom. And you just go all the way around until it's completely covered. Ooh, that was close. See if I can add a little bit more glue to that. Get a little bit more glitter on there. The rest is darker, you know? Just do the best you can with what you got and then see how it comes out. Alright, so there is the bottle with the glitter on it. Sorry, I don't think I got it in view when I did it, but it's fine. Alright, now we're just waiting for all the pieces to dry, well, for the glue to dry on the bottle, and then we'll put it together and I will show you what we made. Alright y'all, and there is the finished product, and I absolutely love it. It is just a decoration to put on your wall. You could put a flower in there or something else, and it just came out looking great. I absolutely love it. And of course, like I said, the mermaids are hanging on your wall and you hang something from it, and they are both just, they're both just excellent pieces that I absolutely love how they came out, and I'm so happy that I made them. Alright y'all, that's it for today's video, and I had so much fun making it, and it came out looking so great, and I absolutely love them. And if y'all liked them too, please like, share, subscribe, and comment on my video, because it really helps my channel to grow and lets me know that y'all are enjoying the videos I'm putting out. So I'll see y'all next time. Bye!